Okay, making a video explaining a cue that I give very often on the deadlift. Often when I see either like a pseudo ramp, a true ramp, or just like a two-part lockout where it's very smooth, and then there's a second part of your lockout where you're seemingly just unrounding your back for a lot of distance, and you hit a really hard sticking point as you do that. Usually the way I cue this is stay over the bar later, because when you set up, you don't want to be too far over the bar, obviously. You want about your armpit over the bar in most cases. So I will sit my weight back behind the bar to put myself in a position to pull better and use my leg drive. But then it's about what you do when you get to your knees. The mistake I usually see when people have those symptoms of like a ramp or a two-part lockout is as soon as they get to their knee, they transition from armpit over the bar to shoulder over the bar, right? And they start like that, right? And so usually my proposed fix for this that I feel works in most cases is to stay over with your armpit over the bar until later in the deadlift, like mid-thigh or near lockout. So that way, rather than sit back and have the remainder of the motion be undoing whatever round you have in your back, you just continue wedging your hips through, and at the last second, all you have to do is push your shoulders back to achieve the same result. So here's a very poor demonstration, and I hope you can see the difference. As you hit your knee, the incorrect way, in my opinion, would be to sit back here and go like that. And instead, I leave this over the bar until I'm here, in which case I just kind of barely wedge through. And you'll see a very common trait among really good deadlifters is that they'll leave their arms long, and they will have what almost looks like a shy lockout because they're not hyperextending and they're not truly retracting their scapula. They're going enough to get a down command. And I think that if you do this correctly and you stay over the bar later, it really smooths out your lockout even if you pull with a fairly rounded thoracic spine.